Good morning, everyone. I'm Murali Vardelli, lecturer in botany, Department of Botany, Government Degree College, Medak. Today, we are going to discuss about geological time scale. So, in geological time scale, the age of Earth was determined by determined as 4.7 billion years by the field of geology. The age of the earth was determined through carbon dating method. So in this carbon dating method, they used C14 carbon. With the help of this C14 carbon, they determined the age of earth as 4.7 billion years. Actually, in this 4.7 billion years, only origin of life on earth was on 2 billion years ago. Only 2 billion years ago, the life was started on the earth. Okay, how we can calculate only 2 billion years ago the origin of life on earth? Because before this 2 billion years ago, there is no fossils on the earth. So there is no fossils older than the 2 billion years. So we can observe that is shows the only life started 2 billion years ago. 2 billion years ago only. So on the earth, there was first the prokaryotics, followed by the eukaryotics, and later multicellular forms such as algae, fungi, bryophytes, pteridophytes, etc. They are all evolved in different eras, thus leading to evolution of plant groups. Okay. To know about the origin and evolution of life forms, geological timescale is essential. So this geological timescale, it is based on the studies of Kulf in 1961, Eichler in 1968, Poscher and Gifford in 1974, Sisanga 1976, Stewart 1983. The scientists are geologists. They study the geological timescale and they studied history of the earth. And again, this history of the earth divided into 5 eras. Divided into 5 eras. So in these 5 eras, you can observe there one is Archaeozoic eon, second one is Proterozoic eon, third one is Paleozoic eon, fourth one is Mesozoic eon, fifth one is Cenozoic eon. Okay, total based on the study of different scientists, they are all geologists. Based on that geologists, the history of earth divided into 5 eons. They are Archaeozoic eon, Proterozoic eon, Paleozoic eon, Mesozoic eon, and Cenozoic eon. Okay, next. So actually, in this eon, again divided eras. This eras again divided into different epochs based on the in that eon timing, based on the planet earth, depending on the age of the stone or crust stratification. So based on this crust stratification and the age of the stone, this eon again divided into eras and sub-eras, and it is in sub-eras again it is further divided into epochs. Okay, in this first one is Archaeozoic eon. In this Archaeozoic eon, we can observe this is the first time of the origin on the earth. So actually, origin on the earth started 2 billion years ago, but it is this Archaeozoic eon was period was started on 470 million years. It means approximately, it means 4.7 billion years ago, and it is continued 2900 million years. Okay, in this eon, most of the life forms had not originated. Okay, in this eon, there is no life on this eon time on the earth. Scientists believed that life began only at the end of the eon. So, life forms are formed in this eon at the end of this archaeozoic eon. Next one is second one, Proterozoic eon. This Proterozoic eon is the second oldest eon. It is began 2100 million years ago, and it is continued 1500 million years. Right? In this Proterozoic eon, first time the life form is formed. In this first unicellular prokaryotic, and after that eukaryotic, unicellular prokaryotic, after that unicellular eukaryotic organisms were found in these fossils from this eon. So this is the first eon to first formation of life on the earth. And after that algal, fungal fossils were found from this eon. And also invertebrate of animal kingdom also emerged during this eon. Next, third one is Paleozoic eon. This Paleozoic eon begins with 570 million years ago, and also it is continued 345 million years. This eon again divided into 6 eras. Already I told that eon already divided based on the crust stratification and Stone Age, based on the Stone Age of that fossils are that uh, crust C14 carbon dating method. Again this Paleozoic eon divided into 6 eras. There one is Cambrian era, Cambrian era. Another one is Ordovician era. Third one is Silurian era. Fourth one is Devonian era. Fifth one is Carboniferous era. Sixth one is Permian era. These are the 5 eras are divided in Paleozoic eon. Okay. In this first one is Cambrian era. This Cambrian era approximately 65 million years. 65 million years. It is in this era we can observe marine algae, right? Especially in this era, we can observe marine algae, lime depositing, depositing algae, bacteria, advanced invertebrates. Advanced invertebrates lives in this era. Okay, that era is Cambrian era. Next, B. Second one is Ordovician era. This Ordovician era, red algae, approximately it is in 65 million years. It is 65 million years. In this era, we can found red algae and green algae evolved in this era. Next, third one C, that is Silurian era. In this Silurian era, first land plants. First land plants, they are bryophytes and also primitive pteridophytes, and rhinia were found in this era. This era approximately 40 million years. 40 million years. Next, fourth one D, that is Devonian era. This Devonian era is 50 million years. 50 million years. In this era, Lycopsida, Lycopsida species and Spinopsida species and amphibians of animals groups are found in this era. So amphibians developed originated in this Devonian era. And also in Pteridophyta species, they are Lycopsida and Spinopsida. These are the Bryophyte and Pteridophyta species. They are all originated in Devonian era. Okay, and amphibians also originated in this Devonian era. Okay, so Devonian era approximately it is 50 million years. Continued in how many million years? 50 million years. Next, another one is Carboniferous era. This Carboniferous era, lycopods, equisitales, lepidodendron, ferns, and bryophyta plants. So this group of fossils are found in this era. So lycopods, some of the equisitales, lepidodendron, fern, and bryophyta fossils are found in this era. So this species, in this order species, lycopods, equisitales, lepidodendron, some of the ferns and some of the bryophyta plants are originated in this era. So in this era, mainly coal farming plants groups are evolved and explanted. So coal farming plant groups evolved in this era and expanded. So that's why this period is also called coal bearing age, right? Which age is called coal bearing age? Carboniferous era is a coal bearing age. Okay, next. It is also 65 million years. So how many years it is continued? 65 million years. Next one is sixth one is Fermian era. This Fermian era also 55 million years. So in this 55 million years, mostly it is dry climate was present during this era. So plants are evolved earlier began to disappear. Conifers evolved and coal farming plants are sources declined. Okay, coal farming plant sources are declined. That is Fermian era. How many years it is? 55 million years. Mostly it is the dry climate era, that is Fermian era. Okay, so in this Carboniferous era is coal bearing era, Fermian era is dry climating era. Next, fourth eon is, that is Mesozoic eon. In this Mesozoic eon, it is started 150 million years ago, and it is continued 160 million years. In this eon, it is divided into three eras. That one is, first one is Triassic era, second one is Jurassic era, third one is Carboniferous era. Carboniferous era. So these are the three eras are found in this Mesozoic era. In this first one, Mesozoic era. In this first one is Triassic era. In this Triassic era, climate became much drier and was not suitable for growth of a plants. Approximately it is 30 million years continued. Right? In this eon, cycads and conifers evolved and expanded. So evolved and expanded era cycads, that is Triassic era, and second one B, that is Jurassic era. It is 54 million years. So in this era, cycads and many gymnosperms are evolved. Reptiles dominated in this reptile dominated in the animal groups. Actually, animals in this Jurassic era, mostly they are originated, but reptiles are the dominated animals in this era. Total animal groups, dominated animals are reptiles, especially which type of reptiles? They are dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are the dominating group of animals, total group of animals in Jurassic era. Next, next one C, that is Carboniferous era. In this Carboniferous era, it is 76 million years. In this 76 million years, in this era, we can found angiosperms, right? Extensionally in this era, gymnosperms declined, but conifers are dominated. So gymnosperms are declined, but conifers are dominated. Era is Carboniferous era. Okay, next, last one, that is Cenozoic era. In the Cenozoic era, it is the mega period began. So it is began 65 million years ago and is still continuing aeon. Still continuing aeon is this Cenozoic aeon. Okay, so it is the mega period of the Cenozoic aeon. This aeon again divided into two eras. One is tertiary aeon, second one is quaternary era. So in this tertiary era, it is approximately 62 million years. 62 million years. In this era, much advancement of angiosperms, ex exception of tropical forest, origin of grass varieties, etc., mammals and birds, land the animal groups. Land the animal groups. That era is tertiary era. Next, second one B, that is quaternary era. In this quaternary era, it is 2.5 million years. It is 2.5 million years. It is or in this era, origin of herbaceous angiosperms, origin of human around 1 million years ago. So totally human beings are started their life before 1 million years ago, right? And the dominance of herbaceous dicots and monocots are present in this quaternary era. It is present continuing era is this quaternary era. Okay, these are the this is the Cenozoic eon. So Cenozoic eon again divided tertiary era and quaternary era. So in this tertiary era, mostly mammals, birds and animal groups of well dominated advancement era is tertiary era. And the second one, quaternary era, it is origin of herbaceous angiosperms, approximately 2.5 million years. Present continuing era, it is that is quaternary era. In this quaternary era, humans are around 1 million ago, the life is started. So origin of humans around 1 million year ago. So in this quaternary era, dominance of herbaceous of dicots and monocots are present, right? This is the geological time scale. Okay, in geological time scale, based on the geological time scale, age of the earth was 4.7 billion years. How we can calculate it, that 4.7 billion years based on the carbon dating method. Carbon dating method, the scientists are estimated age of earth is 4.7 billion years. So totally age of earth is 4.7 billion years, but origin of life was in 2 billion years only. 2 billion years only. Why? Because present available fossils, they are no before the 2 billion years ago. So only 2 billion years before the origin is started on the earth. Okay, so first origin, that is prokaryotes, right? Unicellular prokaryotic cells, maybe that is uh, protozoan or it is algae. After that, eukaryotic algae and also protozoans are developed. After that, multinucleate multicellular algae, fungi, bryophyta, pteridophyta, gymnosperms and also well developed angiosperms are evolved in this on this earth. Okay. Next, this earth is again based on the studies of Kult 1961, Eigler 1968, Posture and Guilford 1974, Sisanga 1976, Stewart 1983. These geologist studies based on these geologist studies the history of Earth again divided into how many eons? How many eons? 5 eons. One is Archaeozoic eon, second one is Proterozoic eon, third one is Paleozoic eon, fourth one is Mesozoic eon, fifth one is Cenozoic eon. Right? These eons again based on the crust stratification and the stone age. So availability of in that Ian stone carbon dating method, based on the carbon dating method, that stone age, again this eons divided into eras, and also it is divided into sub eras and epochs. Okay, so in this first Archaeozoic eon is the starting earth forming eon. So in this eon, approximately 4470 million years ago it is started, but in this eon there is no life forms. At the end of the this Archaeozoic eon, life is originated. First life is originated in Proterozoic aeon, right? Proterozoic aeon, first life forms is started. That first life forms are the algae, fungi, fossils are found in this Proterozoic aeon. Next, third one is Paleozoic aeon. So this Paleozoic aeon again divided into 6 eras, that is Cambrian era, Ordovician era, Silurian era, Devonian era, Carboniferous era, Permian era. Okay, and fourth eon is Mesozoic era. You know very well this Mesozoic era. Well developed reptiles are present in this Mesozoic eon. Again it is divided into 3 eras: Triassic era, Jurassic era, Carboniferous era. Okay, in Jurassic era, most of the dominated animals in the animal group is reptiles. Especially they are all dinosaurs. Next, fifth eon, that is Cenozoic eon. It is again divided. Presently continuing eon is Cenozoic eon. It is approximately 65 million years ago it is started. Presently it is continuing. It is again divided into tertiary era and quaternary era. In this quaternary era, approximately 1 million years ago, the origin of humans are started in this 1 million years ago. Okay, and also in this quaternary era, dominance of herbaceous dicots and monocots are originated and dominated in this quaternary era. This quaternary era approximately 2.5 million years. Okay, right? Thank you. It is the geological time scale.